Turn to ban.
About this. Oh.
Like, what I think they've been doing is baiting people into picking it, and the follow-up so far has been like they take Witch Doctor or something like Night Stalker, something really uber aggressive.
Yeah.
They even took the Kunkka. That might be the hero that they decide to take if...
They really like him against.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
so
really
we'll
like
see if Fnatic decides to go for that opener anyways.
Witch Doctor. Yapsor was an absolute beast on Witch Doctor the other day. I think he got, was it 18 kills or something insane like that?
It was something
He was
crazy.
beyond godlike at one point.
So it is Fnatic, though, that take the... We talked about how Razor, Gyro, those are like the two really common ones lately. And Fnatic opt to take the Razor.
In combination with the Omni Knight.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Picking up 2 cores, isn't that a little bit risky if you were saying that there's, focus on DJ and Pi's hero, perhaps?
I think DJ's okay. Like,
yeah?
I don't know if you ban 2 straight DJ heroes. I think Razor's just straight up amazing hero.
Okay.
Like, really hard to counter. He makes the laning phase very awkward for any team because no matter what, you know that Razor's going to have a good laning phase.
Right.
And that's very hard to contend with.
Ooh. We've seen the Lone Druid banned against Fnatic, I think, all series yesterday.
Yeah, Envy's done well with it. Super strong hero. I think the Roar is insanely good for a carry to have that kind of AoE disable, if you like, or CC. It's crazy, and Envy did really well with him. Who plays it for Secret here? Is this Ace plays the?
Yeah. He still play the LD. It's really nice against the Omni, I think. It's a dead lane hero against a hero that typically thrives in one-on-one matchups.
What did you call it? A dead lane hero?
Yeah, it's a concept that a lot of teams have where you pick a hero and you just don't care about it. You leave him alone, he'll always do fine in whatever matchup. The concept is like, it's a dead lane. Nobody's gonna gank it.
Right.
You don't need to help it.
He's not gonna die.
He's not gonna kill the carry. He's just there to
He's just there
to do his job. Right.
He's never gonna kill the offlaner.
Right.
The hero concepts, like, that was a concept that MVP taught us, and a lot of other teams, everyone stole from MVP by the way for a while. It was at Shanghai, they just kept picking these heroes like Lifestealer and Lone Druid, and we're just like, why are they doing that? And it came together like, these are heroes that you can't mess with, can't touch, they're just excellent in their lanes. And Lone Druid is like the epitome of that, and Razor to an even bigger extent because of Static Link.
Right.
Yeah.
Never have to help him out.
So more freedom for the supports to be elsewhere.
Exactly. This is the concept that allows the 4 position to get so much more aggressive because people don't like playing these safe lane tri-lanes unless you're one of the Chinese teams nowadays, it feels.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we really don't see that at all. Like, you hardly ever see that now.
Most of the time now people do 2-1-2.
Yeah. I mean, Liquid do that when they run like Wisp Beastmaster and stuff like that. But you also just see the 4 rotate up to the mid lane quite often. Once the safe lane's got to a point where he's okay, you're like, right, peace, I'll see you later, I'm gonna go do stuff.
It makes it really obvious too, like if you pick a hero like Lone Druid and you don't like ganking a hero like this because he's very tanky, if he gets Savage Roar, well, there goes your gank attempt. Right. You waste so much time going to that side of the map. It means that there's only 2 places on the map that the 4 position's gonna focus on at any point, and Dota's always been a game of information.
Oh my god. Is it happening?
I don't know, because they already have the Razor. But I guess, I mean, anybody can play Razor, really. The question is, who's playing the Shadow Shaman? We also saw Pi on the Shadow Shaman earlier this week.
Yeah. I think it's that.
There's always something to have in the back of your mind.
The thing is that, doesn't the bear just eat the wards? Like, the bear just runs up and eats the snake?
Yeah. It's okay. So...
I reckon Envy has shown a fondness for Weaver tournament so far. He does like the Weaver.
Yeah. We'll see what
I mean, so far Secret can't catch a Weaver.
Yeah. It depends on how aggressive they're going to be overall. So I think Secret needs a little bit more team fight, a little bit more control. Their 4 positions are that they have options for Earth Spirit, Earth Shaker. They could take Tide in the offlane as well, but it's rough because like Razor changes everything. A lot of the heroes that Fada would want to play, I think, in this game are suddenly like kind of eh.
Yeah.
But I think any sort of stun, something that can just run at them.
Night Stalker.
Something that can just run at them. Maybe not a stun, but definitely a silence. That will help.
Yeah. It was their preferred combo too. They were opening Witch Doctor NS against Liquid 2 games in a row.
What is it about this combo that they like, do you think? Witch Doctor nice?
I think it's very aggressive. Their supports are very, very strong in the early and the mid game. It allows their cores to snowball really hard. It's good damage, good amount of catch. You roam the map. NS gives you good vision as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, think about the map, Ted. It's the way that it works. If you have a hero that's very quick on the map, and especially at nighttime, just like owns it and runs very fast.
Yeah.
It means that if you're trying to gank this lone druid, what the Night Stalker will do is he'll create like a barrier essentially. He'll scout ahead at all times so that if you run into the NS and you kill him, it's kind of an irrelevant death because what he's trying to do is make sure that his lone druid doesn't.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Enchantress. We have seen her banned a hell of a lot. We haven't seen her get through too often, but she makes it through today.
But is it support eng? And Omni Knight offlane?
I'd imagine so, unless this is some like crazy. We did see support shaman, so like who knows?
Yeah.
Dota's like crazy for me right now. Especially with these 2 teams.
Anything is possible. What is the most likely scenario in this one? Omni Knight offlane, Shadow Shaman support, Enchantress support?
Yeah.
And then they just need an Abed hero or Envy hero, depending on who's playing Razor?
God, Enchantress and Omni.
Fnatic's turn
Brenda.
to bat.
Bat right.
Oh, Bat.
That's your Fata hero right there. It's nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
During the draft,
10 seconds.
like
listen.
the later picks, they get so more loud.
Yeah, they do.
So much more loud. So
We listen a lot.
we we can listen in a lot better.
I actually tried to like
draft.
block it out so I can guess.
But you can't. You could block that out. There's no
That
chance.
I couldn't.
No.
But I just try to talk fast and a lot so that
So that
there's
you,
always so that I only hear.
Yeah, that makes sense. That you're. Yeah, they were talking about.
Because I could look like a genius and be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be easy Bat Rider pick.
Easy bat.
But I feel like that misrepresents.
Also, at other events, if I've tried to pull that off, at events where I can't hear the draft, they'd say, what's happened to Pyrian? He had 100% success rate on their picks and bans. And now
We invited you because you are the draft king.
you picked every one of the picks and bans for the entire tournament at DreamLeague. What's happening?
What team?
5 seconds.
But no, but Lifestealer, the one they mentioned, is of course a great hero to have together with the Bat Rider. But they end up going for the Visage instead. And that is a core Visage.
A lot of people have been playing this lately.
Yeah.
A mid-1 Visage. Have we seen mid-1 Visage before?
I don't think so. We saw Abed one.
So. Yeah,
We saw Abed.
Abed played it. Kura played it. I don't think of anyone else. Wait.
Highlight Dye played it yesterday.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, that's right. The support Visage. Yeah.
People are liking Visage lately.
I mean, he's super good.
Yeah. Shout out to Gods.
Is he a top Visage player?
He
is a Visage player.
Visage player, yeah. When Visage came out, he spammed it for
Hey, he's one of the top in NA. Isn't he 300th NA?
Yeah, he's like ranked 200.
Yeah.
Put some respect on Parker's name.
You just flamed him.
What? How?
I said to you, is he a good Visage? And you said, he's a Visage. Like, implying that he's not good.
He's very...
All right, what do we need here for a last pick for
Meme.
Fnatic? They got the tower push down. They have only lockdown in the Shadow Shaman, so maybe a little bit more in that department.
I wonder how they feel about Gyro or like Lifestealer or something like that for themselves.
Why heroes like that? What do they need from it?
They're good in the lane against both these heroes, and it's good AoE, good control.
Oh,
Weaver, yeah.
So Weaver.
He does like that Weaver.
Weaver it is.
Really does like the Weaver.
All right,
Pi looks real happy.
he does.
Pi Omni. He might not die so much.
Is it actually
Omni.
Pi Omni?
Yeah.
Who's playing Shaman?
Enchantress.
DJ
It's
Shaman.
DJ Shaman.
DJ Shaman, Universe Enchantress. All right, should be an exciting one, gentlemen. It is grand finals time. Game 1. Will, you're up first. Who do you think is going to take this first game?
Secret.
How about you, Ted? Secret as well? There's no faith?
Take Fnatic then, Sheeps.
I'll go for Fnatic. Easy. Done. I think that's how easy that was.
You want to get money on that?
No.
Okay.
Best of 5. Grand finals. Odie Pixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, we're getting ready for Game 1 of Fnatic versus Team Secret here in the Grand Finals of the Corsair DreamLeague Season 9. I'm Odie Pixel, I'm here with Fogged. We've just seen the lineups. We are getting some things a little different.
Yes, we are.
The one that screams out to me, a Pylite Die Omni Knight. When did we last see someone play this hero in the support capacity?
Not too often. I think, like, for me, the two things stand out is Pylite Die Omni Knight and Midone playing Visage. That's a bit of a change-up, but he has been playing these different heroes. All right. This could be pretty interesting. Weaver, because they have it, it's not really that crazy amount of disables. There's the Batrider, Lasso, and the other disables aren't really so reliable. I do believe that's why. However, it is versus Night Stalker. The fear can be pretty devastating. And also, Batrider has a pretty damn good game here. They have a natural form of initiation on the side of Secret, while Fnatic, they don't really have that, right? They look like they want to just like group up and take fights.
Let's see what sort of lanes we get out of these two. There's definitely some dominant player-hero combinations coming through. I mean, the Ace Lone Druid, we all remember what happened last time in a DreamLeague Grand Finals when he got that hero.
I wonder what lane matchups we're going to get. Because I think, like, Universe, he can't be laned versus the Batrider as the Enchantress. That's the most important thing. He wants to be placed versus that Lone Druid. So they're going to... He's trying to scout out right away. Both wards actually placed, like, identically on top of each other from Fnatic and Secret, scouting out that top lane.
So with Pi on the Omni Knight, is it like what is the reason why we don't really see the Omni played in support? It is
you need levels
already on it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is like you need levels, and you actually do a decent amount with farm. You are able to you survive longer, you get more of your spells off in the team fights. You can actually be in the middle of the fray. While as a support, sometimes you can be a bit squishy, a bit susceptible to get locked down, and you can't get your spells off properly. So I think for me, I think when they saw like this Night Stalker, they see this big silence.
Do you think that's when they moved it? So you think they came into this draft with the initial plan to have it as a universe hero?
Probably, but then that's the beauty of Dota. You can just make those adjustments.
Yeah.
As it plays out. And they do scout the lanes, as we were mentioning. So initially they saw the Enchantress up top, so we see Fada is moving toward top, but Fnatic, they read the switch. They're switching Universe toward bottom, so they will get the matchups that they wanted. The Weaver versus the Bat, and the Enchantress versus that Lone Druid.
The mid-1 Arbed matchup in the middle lane. It's going to be very exciting to watch this. These two SEA giants of the mid lane.
Feels a bit tough for the Visage, because you're a very slow hero, so you are always going to be, you're bound to get grabbed up by that static link. Even though it's only a 5 MS for the Razor advantage, you should pretty much get a bit of your damage stolen every single time, like 10 or 15, which is more than enough for the Razor to get those initial last hits.
At the moment, Pi. This goes to level 1 repel. This is right, clicking down Fada and Yapsel. Gonna make sure that MV can get some farm out of that lane.
Puppy. They're body blocking that hard camp since they're versus an Enchantress. They don't want Universe to get that enchant and get those creeps up. But yeah, top. I do believe sure, the Weaver is very good versus that Batrider, but the fact that they have this dual lane, I think Pi has to be a bit careful with that repel usage. Every time you use repel to remove those stickies, right after that repel goes down, that's when you're going to see Secret try to play a bit aggressive here. Pi's already got 5 stacks. But they've got wands. That's the beauty of it too. So, or sticks. So they'll be able to get that free mana always constantly up there. Fnatic, they got the lanes they wanted, and it's already looking pretty decent.
Yeah, getting those slide edge off the back of the first wave also of CS. Fnatic's 3 cores, as you can see.
Yeah, and they're slowing down Lone Druid's farm. Ace only has 2 last hits at the moment because of the base damage coming out. Clearly, like Enchantress, 63 base damage, and Shadow Shaman, we know, 77 base damage, DJ. Constantly trying to go for those denies. Puppy again, trying to body block that hard camp. Going for the bounty rune, will get grabbed up here for now.
Universe will make sure that he's able to take that for himself. We'll give Puppy a little bit of the rundown, but a quick Savage Roar comes through from Ace's Bear. Pushes Universe away, so he won't be able to continue to chase that down. Mid lane, Arbed, holding the CS advantage at the moment in this 1v1. 10 for 5 against the 5 for 1 of mid one.
As we said, right? It's a bit of a hard matchup for that Visage, so you get some levels. You have to use Grave Chill pretty much every single time that static link comes out, and now Abed already has boots. So we'll be able to always get on top of mid one to get maximum link damage.
So, bit of a go on to Pi. Quickly puts the Purification in the Repel, and will be able to easily walk it off. And MV, as we said, he's getting the farm up here. He's even able to get a bit aggressive on Spada. Does have to be careful. Got the full one though. So quick burst of that.
Yeah, so having Illusion Rune, putting in so much damage onto Envy there with those right clicks.
Do have full mana on Pi, so they can go for quick Purification nuke as well. I guess it is only level 1, not really the biggest amount of damage.
I mean, these illusions are actually really obnoxious for Fnatic. It's really helping Secret come back in this lane up top. So as you were mentioning, all 3 cores farming incredibly well. And mid, constantly Abed just getting pretty much full links onto mid one. 77 damage stolen. Seems like a bit of a problem right now for Secret in this mid lane in particular.
Yeah, I think if you're Secret, you're certainly looking towards the first night time. For Puppey to try and make an impression on the Night Stalker, because till that time, very hard for the Night Stalker or the Witch Doctor, as a matter of fact, with the way that Fnatic are laning, to make any sort of moves around the map successfully.
A golden thread.
The Knight hits. Put some pressure onto DJ. Fada will actually get brought down by Envy.
Got him! Alright, Envy. I mean, that was... Fada was milliseconds from getting that TP off. That was pretty damn close.
They saw Fada that whole time walking, because they have that ward placed down initially, so they saw him walking to go pick up his bottle, and Envy takes advantage of that. Very good play by Envy. And continuing all 3 lanes. Heavily farming, and look at bottom, DJ just with the constant denies. 7 denies on the Shadow Shaman versus Ace Lone Druid.
Yeah, he's certainly feeling the pressure of these two. One of those starts where Ace gets the free farm. We've seen it before in his Lone Druid. And this is exactly how Fnatic need to be approaching Lone Druid early on. They are going to have a TP rotation from Yapsil. Puppey comes in with the wraparound. They've got the Maledict upon Universe. Fada coming in as well. This is a heavy rotation. Look at this kill, but Pylido's there with the backup. Purification and Repel. Universe is going to be fine. And at the end of the day, this 4-man movement from Secret, it doesn't get them anything.
I think it's a movement that sure they want to get a kill, but more importantly is the lane switching, because this is clearly just not working at the moment. They're going to keep mid one sacrificed in mid lane, but they can't just keep this, and instantly Fnatic swapping the lanes up again. Envy goes bottom, Universe goes top. Fnatic real good in this early game.
Bottom lane though, Envy. Bringing Fada pretty low. He doesn't want to dive in and attempt for the kill. Fada does have the back of a Yab, so Puppey's still around this half of the map. Certainly these lanes that Fnatic did start off with, and sure, Ace has made the move now, but to be honest, if it maybe came just a little too late, as he is already pretty far behind on that Lone Druid.
Yeah, he's only got 12 last hits. He's gonna go claim double bounty runes though with the bear to catch himself up a bit in gold here, Puppey. And yeah, so looking to try to get aggressive here.
Oh, nice blast there from DJ, and in fact, Secret, they're falling low for the Hex out onto Puppey. Puppey is speeding.
Ooh, a regen rune.
He'll take that.
Generation.
Nothing going in favor of Secret at the moment though. They can't get themselves on the floor. The lanes are all just completely Fnatic favored.
Yeah, the lane setup has been perfect for Fnatic. Not going to see a gank attempt onto Abed. Puppey, always on the mid lane.
Looks like they might wait for mid one to get 6. He's very, very close to that. That's when they do have pretty good kill threat onto Abed here.
And DJ, looking for the attack, has got this shackles after the follow-up. There's the damage though. Envy's trying to get in. Does Shukuchi forward? Fada pops the stick charge for Yaps. Oh, he's going to be able to pop him.
Too many stacks. Envy underestimating the power.
Diving in a little too far. Does not have level 6 either there on the Weaver, so it was always going to be a risky play from Envy. He gets punished.
Secret needed that kill though to bring them back in. Now, since Ace is top and he's versus the Enchantress in the 1v1, and there's not a Shadow Shaman with such high base damage, he's actually able to catch up a little bit. Still, all 3 of the cores of Fnatic farming very well. But now that mid one has those familiars, you see him heavily catch up in the last hits, because it was initially Abed just crushing the lane, but Midwin's done a great job of recovering.
See where Puppy heads next. He's making the movement up towards top. Pi has been given this lane momentarily, so he can find himself some solo XP. Puppy, sorry, Envy is heading his way back down here.
It is scouted by the ward.
Try.
Fada here. The Firefly's gonna end in a second here, but they can't change. Tower.
He learned his lesson from last time. It's not the place he wants to be.
Midwin's just farming Ancients. Now they're throwing Ace toward the mid lane, it looks like, while he does continue to farm that jungle. Dominator's about to be finished for this Visage. That's one of the big power peaks that we talk about at Abed. Does the same thing. He's like, you're gonna Ancient? I can do that too. The DD will be pretty efficient.
They are slowly getting Ace back into this, really. He's climbing himself back up the board. I mean, to be fair, between all the cores, it is very, very close this game. I mean, 8.5 minutes in, only 1 for 1.
It's a very slow-paced draft coming out from Secret. Envy. Trying to make an aggressive move here onto Fada.
He does have the time lapse to rely on, but won't look to dive too far. Doesn't quite have the damage to bring down the back.
Yeah, zone him off the tower so they can get damage with this full range creep. Mid one, making the move down.
Mid lane.
Ace mid.
Going to try and go in. A quick Savage Roar from the bear will push them apart.
Envy wants to get involved too here.
Ace is he's relatively low. It's not an easy kill.
It's pretty far away here already.
Got the backup of Puppy as well, so Envy and Universe will not dive anymore.
Top tower is under attack.
We are starting to see the, all the cores moving from lane to lane all across the map.
Yeah,
still not finding those kills.
Secret's done a great job of splitting them up around the map, but now mid one.
Down to half. He is turning his attention towards DJ to bring down the Shaman, and he will do so. The lasso as well onto Envy. There, out comes the quick repel. Envy will be fine. And in fact, Envy trying to man up and look for mid one. Can he get the kill? He can't. Has the time lapse out of there. Pi now being focused. Yapso finds the paralyzing cast. The bounces are good for Secret as they slow down Pi. The napalms stack up. Pi will fall as well. Secret get 2. Fnatic unable to get that kill on mid one.
Dire are scanning.
Secret's forcing so many moves around the map, with constantly lane swapping and just having this Visage not really be that mid lane anymore, now pressuring.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Fnatic need to respond somehow. They will TP bottom to try to make sure they don't lose this tower. Abed is here, mid one, getting linked up.
Yeah, they've got the control. They're going to chase him down. TP's coming through. Mid one trying to get out of range, but Envy will be able to chase this. Looks towards the Visage with the Shiguchi, takes the kill.
I'm sensing a pattern.
Mid one gets punished for hanging around a little too long. Yapso.
He got too over aggressive too. He dove way into the tower.
Be safe by looks of it. They do have the familiars there as well to back up the Witch Doctor if Envy goes in any further. Actually looking towards the familiars. Will be easily able to micro those away.
Trying to give DJ level 6 now too, so they can threaten some towers with those Serpent Wards. Very close to having that, and Arcane Boots.
I mean, the fact that we're 11 minutes in and as it stands, it is pretty even between these two teams. Is that fine for both sides, or was there a team that, looking at their draft, you probably would have expected that they would have wanted to be just that little bit ahead at this stage?
I think Fnatic wanted to be a little bit more ahead in the laning phase, because they're playing versus this lone druid, so we've seen time and time again what the hero can do. Ace is going for a Maelstrom build this game, though.
Okay.
A bit intriguing to be switching it up from like the Dominator Radiance that we've been seeing time and time again.
Yeah.
Going for that. He wants to do the range form, it seems.
Top. Then we go on to Pi. They've got the silence. They do have a lasso as well. They feel that it's needed, and they'll drop. Lasso and the Death Ward to quickly dispatch of the Omni Knight, but the space is there for Universe to finish off the tower.
Nice. Abed, he's looking for the bear. Will he be able to get it from Ace? 160 HP.
I think certainly, as you say, even though Fnatic, they slowed down Ace's farm at the very beginning of the lane. But since then, he's certainly recovered.
Yeah, I mean, it still is relatively okay. It's just it's like a dead even game in both experience and gold.
And then Envy, a double damage rune, and they'll actually be able to take down one of the familiars with that. Mid one not expecting the quick burst of damage from the Weaver.
But mid one killed every single one of the Serpent Wards. That's the power of Visage. You kill those wards with no problem with your familiars. That whole push just got stopped.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But mid, Universe with the quick rotation with that siege creep still available.
Yeah, they're getting some early towers, Fnatic. And certainly our Secret, of course, get to be able to start pushing themselves. The second tier 1 will fall the side of Secret's map. It's Fnatic keep their 3 cores just slightly ahead, but I mean, this is incredibly close. Again, with all 6 cores are within, you know, 600 or so gold of each other. Ice
just gets away.
He does. Badass should be fine as well as he fireflies himself to the side. Envy still looking for some action. Now looks towards the courier, but the courier will survive. They'll get it back and out. Yamso goes to the death ward. Straight on top of the Universe. Will be enough to take down the kill on the Enchantress. Arbed, DJ, the rest of Fnatic backing out of there. They will just lose one.
Pod has got the Blink Dagger finished now. They can look to get some pick-off plays here. Can be pretty nice too when you have like Visage and Batrider.
Yeah.
You don't really have to bring so many heroes. You can use the birds a lot of the time to just get kills with the supports and whatnot. But they do have a lot of damage coming in because of what Witch Doctor provides. Maledict is no joke. 2-0-2 already on YapzOr with that urn finished nice and early and 4 points in Maledict. Pi getting stalked by Puppey and Ace. Just fine though. And an instant D-ward. Envy's gonna be working toward a Linken's. Forest versus the Batrider. Battle for the bounty runes. Puppey getting slowed up here now though.
And they are going to go for the chase here. Pi trying his best with the DJ and Aura. So Savage Roar will push back Universe. So the damage won't be there, Puppey. Fine.
I actually haven't seen, these teams are really prioritizing getting those bounty runes. I've seen time and time again heroes just almost throwing their lives away for it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
These certainly do all add up to quite a bit of gold offset.
Yeah.
One side is able to maintain full control around them.
Envy trying to slow down this push down bottom. Look at all the runes activated by Secret. That's what I was talking about.
Incredibly split across the
Yeah.
So you can say whoever's nearby, they're always going to go. Top lane, a bit of a go onto Pi. He's falling very, very low. It does get the purification out in time, but Ace will continue to right click down, or maybe not. DJ goes for the shackles, but the Savage Roar comes through and the root. Ace will be able to claim one of them.
And DJ might be in trouble too. Fada is here with an invis that blinks back up very shortly, but the bottom lane, mid one.
DJ did manage to pick up the kill onto the Lone Druid Bear with the wards, but it's going to cost him his life. As he gets dragged back, the fresh bear is up to avenge the death of Daddy Bear.
And all of his wards now are getting farmed too by Ace. So he does get the 100 bear, but the one thing is when you're using Serpent Wards, and it's not for one of those big objectives like the tower or Roche along those lines, it's pretty painful. And YapzOr now getting surrounded.
Envy's deep here. He's trying to find mid-bottom. Mid-one. Gravekeepers, and now the stick charge is going to be able to keep himself alive. They're looking towards Envy. Envy pushing himself out of there. Sentry has been dropped down. Envy slowed by the Void. They've got the GA from Pi. Envy's just got to get out of there now. Secret trying with the chase. Jump forward from Fada. Gets the flame break knockback. Does he have the damage to finish off Envy? Purification comes in from Pi. It's enough to keep him alive. Envy will get out of there. Arbed just looking to dive in onto Fada, but the stick charges keep the bat safe. Arbed, he's dove just a little bit too far on that one. A Secret will take him down underneath their own tier 1 tower.
Underestimating Gravekeeper's Club. Top now though. Envy moving around constantly on this map. Ace will be able to get away.
Straight up TP knows that DJ can't quite close the gap. As it is, yeah, Fnatic just giving up a couple of kills now to Secret each time they try and go for these plays. As a sort of individual overestimating of the potential of their heroes at this stage.
Yeah.
As Arbed and Envy have to be just a little bit more careful.
Yeah, in particular at nighttime too, right? When they're playing versus the Night Stalker. Yeah. The long duration crippling fear can be quite a problem when they're running this Omni Knight. DJ under vision top. Fada will push in the wave. The Shaman runs away. All 3 tier 1s though still alive from Fnatic. They've been doing a great job of just reacting to all those movements. You've seen how aggressive Envy's being every single time showing up to the fights, and he's top net worth.
They're actually going into the pit here with the wards this time around. Universe and DJ, a couple of them did smoke forward. There are no wards around this area of the map, so Secret, they should be aware that this is going on. Fnatic, I mean, they might just get away with it.
This is the standard Fnatic play, right? This is number 1 Envy priority, getting that Roche.
There is a TP coming across from the Absol.
Secret knows something is up, it seems, here.
The scan's there for Fnatic. Fnatic know the Secret are in the neighborhood now. The Roche has fallen pretty quickly and it's gone. They managed to get it. Fnatic get the Roche, get the Aegis onto Abed. Secret couldn't get there in time.
Very clean. Abed using the plasma field there at the end of the rush to make sure, like, to scout the area, and it also actually ends up hitting Fada, so he couldn't blink the pit. But they do lose that tier 1 bottom. So the net worth, actually during that, still continues to be Secret.
Yeah, for it to really pay off, they've got to try and achieve something with this Aegis. Fnatic. You can almost guarantee that they'll look to do so. They can still certainly take a fight. The scary thing is, though, Ace, top of the net worth, that man who got pressured early on, he's made the road to the recovery, and this lone Druid, you've seen it before. They can't let him get out of control. They've got to do something about Ace. They just can't let him free farm.
Envy has both a haste and a DD right now, at the ready for his bottle. Secret are farming up. Yapzor actually has a Spirit Vessel finished already. Can be very useful, in particular versus the Enchantress and that Omni Knight. Counteracting those heals.
What do you think about the mid one build then?
Yeah, I actually just clicked on him and I saw him going
Orchid.
for that Orchid. Interesting. More silences, because this is already going to be... It can be a bit hard for Pi in this game, as we were mentioning, versus that Night Stalker. But this is a great item versus Omni and Weaver.
A nice continuation of the full range build. The Maelstrom Dragon Lance now complete.
Yeah.
So, as you say, always interesting to see the lone Druid out there. There is just this versatility of skill builds that are absolutely viable.
I think in particular, right, he's playing versus a Razor. He wants to be able to keep that distance away. He wants to build into that Hurricane Pike naturally versus it so he doesn't get linked up. But yeah, it is interesting when you see people just switch it up. All of Fnatic in the area here. They still have this DD on Envy in the bottle. And I believe his Linken's is also coming out now. He's actually still short of it. It's a Midas from the Courier.
Yeah, I've got that Aegis on Abed for this push. Orchid is complete on mid one though.
Aggressive glyph again by Fnatic. They've been doing this the entire time.
It's melting here. They've got to try and get it back to safety. They will do so. Abed has got forced to get napalm charges upon himself. Will use himself up into the air and will back out. Repels on him. From Pi, they'll be able to stand their ground. Ace trying to take the wards down from range. One of the benefits of having this Dragon Lance, you can do safely so.
Yep. They have a lot of ways to kill the wards with this lineup, with the Vistage as well as that Lone Druid build.
Yeah, I like that. That's smart stuff.
And they find a grab onto Pi. They've got to let him die here.
Too many silences. No way for Pi to react to that one. Secret able to put a stop to that Aegis push on the tier 2. Keep the tower alive, get a kill off the back of it, and push Fnatic away.
Yeah, they popped Darkness for that too, so they really just wanted to get the chase out. Even though it's going to be hitting Night within the next few seconds, Puppy prioritized. He's like, we need to get a lot done right now. We need to try to catch them on the retreat. And he actually gets down some very deep aggressive wards during all this too. Envy getting very close to that Linken's, as we're talking about. It's going to be really important so he doesn't get picked off by that Bat Rider and that Orchid that is already picked up from mid one.
A lot of point target that can cause issues for a Weaver.
Very interesting build.
Midas nearly done for Pi.
Yeah, Ace is going for a Shadow Blade next, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right? Isn't that... It's pretty cool.
All right.
Some innovation. Mid lane, Abed. Trying to proc that Aegis. Hurry away with all that movement speed.
Well, Puppy's going to come back in. Sole Assumption. Not quite enough damage. Incredibly speedy, of course, with these drums, phase, and Yules.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Darts
attack.
himself out of there. Secret are going to try and invade the jungle. If they can get a catch out of this, they look towards Abed. Abed's got the backup of them. The Absol looks for the cast. They've got the lasso holding the Weaver in place. As they move straight away onto Envy. Envy gets a chance the time lapse. They didn't quite have enough lockdown. Envy able to get out for now. They will continue to try and chase. There's the first silence. He's keeping his distance. Flame break knockback is down to Puppy. Isn't enough. There's the follow-up. The flame break control from Fada will allow them to pick off Envy. Fnatic, they're getting Abed focused here. GA comes out from Pi. They're trying the best to get Abed out of there. He's been repelled up. The Secret looking to dive in. Slow onto Abed. He does still have the Maledict on him. The right clicks from range from Ace. Bringing him down low. Purification comes out. Keeps Abed alive. Now the turn. They've got the Hex. Out onto the Spirit Bear. And they will take it down the once. Plus 300 gold, but it's going to cost them the life for Pi.
And they're continuing for more too. Abed and DJ now in trouble.
They're diving the base tip. Secret straight on top of DJ. It's 5 stacks upon him. But the spell's already used to try and save Abed. He had no way. to help himself out. And now the mid-tier 2 in trouble. Secret pushing in.
Secret was very relentless there with that attack. And this is something we talked about, right? When we saw this Weaver pick, we saw the Night Stalker, we saw that bat. They have at least the silence coming out from that Night Stalker in that nighttime that makes the Weaver very, very hard to play until that Linken Sphere is finished up.
Yeah,
they were able to control Envy long enough.
They really were. As I said, the crucial play was that flame break control from Fada. Just making sure that they can bounce Envy back into a position where Puppey could close the gap.
Yeah, it's like even though they don't really have like crazy lockdown, it's these silences that are so good versus this hero. And they claim themselves a 6k gold lead now after all that. And a 6k experience advantage too. And that was running into the Aegis. They didn't care.
What's Envy going for after the Linken Sphere?
He hasn't queued anything up yet.
Okay. Alright, okay, now it goes the standard stuff. But yeah, it just really feels like with the massive silences, it's almost feels like a game where maybe this Weaver's going to have to get a BKB. Because there's just so much silence. Sure, you have the Linken Sphere to protect you from one, but as soon as they're past that, they have very, very good means to keep you locked down and controlled.
Yeah, it's like he's got the repel, but it's, I mean, this game is very hard for Pi to get in the positioning versus this lineup with all these summons, with the bear, with the familiars, with the dominator creeps.
Because Pi in these fights, you know, realistically, he'd prefer to enable Arbed, so Arbed can actually just head straight into the middle of the fight and take all the attention away from the rest of his teammates. But as we're seeing, Secret making it very hard for Fnatic to play these coordinated fights as 5.
Mid one's going for a nullifier next, by the way, too. So straight Orchid into nullifier for that full disable that he can get from it. And it's good versus the Omninet, of course, being able to purge out that Guardian Angel.
Fada, yeah, with the Invis rune down bottom, may see if he can set something up. Does have backup coming in. They look to close the gap. They have managed to find the lasso. Straight away off the back of that Invis rune, Fada can set up for a kill. They'll turn towards Universe as well. Arbed does come in and now Universe looking to turn. Fada immediately goes for the TP out, but he's not going to make it, of course. Arbed with the Yules holds the ban in place. So Secret, they may have got Pi, but they'll pay with Fada's life. Good turnaround from Fnatic as Arbed comes in. Secret not quite expecting that reaction from the Razor, but they have to be careful because he is incredibly speedy. Very easy for Arbed to get into the right place.
Yeah, I'm surprised they actually went for both when there's a shrine there, right? And also a tier 2. Bit of an overzealous dive. Secret, during all this, they're just continuing to farm up. They lost a little bit of that net worth advantage that they had there, but everyone on their team is getting farmed. It's not just the cores. You see Puppey almost has a Crimson Guard finish. He's getting closer and closer toward it, while Yapstor as well. Spirit Vessel from earlier, almost Ghost Scepter. Well, Pi, sure he has the Midas, but besides that, not a whole lot.
It's, what, 3,800 gold on mid one. He's got the relic money. Another fire is not going to be a lot of fun for Fnatic to play around in these fights if mid one's given the chance to lock down onto a target.
No, he's going to be hitting real hard too. Yeah. That's the one thing. Like his right clicks are going to really start adding up on this Visage. And he's gone for the Soul Assumption, hits 2 targets. I think this is a really good choice this game because we've seen we saw Abed do the 40% experience game when they were doing like that heavy pushing draft, but versus an Omni Knight with Guardian Angel, right? You want to have all that AoE magic damage that comes out, so pretty neat choice coming out from him. Abed's still very farmed on this Razor though, keeping up pretty close to that Visage, close to the Shiva's Guard.
Ace just going for the full Amiona as his next major item. He's very, very close to having that complete. Envy, he's actually queued up. I said, you know, this is a game where you feel like you kind of need a BKB on the Weaver, and that is what he's going to look towards next. Obviously, does sort of limit what he can do in terms of damage output.
Well, they might find Fada here. They actually saw him for a second, but Fada also caught a glimpse of them, quickly blinks into the trees.
Yeah, he's got the CP ready. Straight out of there. So with the BKB and the Linken's build, it feels like surely if you're Fnatic, you've got to try and keep this game going, but it's going to be so hard to do against Secret's cause, especially this Ace Lone Druid.
Yeah, they're going to lack a lot of damage. Nullifier's finished now for Secret, and they've got the Darkness available.
And they've got the Rag on fire. Straight away, jumping, grab the Omni. Things falling out of control here for Fnatic. As it's got to be frustrating if you're Fnatic, because as I say, you look at the lanes, and the lane situation looked perfect. They were able to get the advantage. They were able to make sure that Ace was not getting free farm at the beginning. You know, it wasn't. Ace was really struggling in the lane because of the matchups that Fnatic were able to force. But it seems like that's not the answer to a Secret, because we're now 27 minutes in, and those matchups, they seem irrelevant now, because Secret's got the lead. Ace is at the top on his lone Druid. If stopping him at that stage of the game doesn't throw this man off his game, what will?
I mean, Secret just looks a lot more... they're all just kind of farming around the map, right? You see, like, Puppy's just been kind of running around. Look, he's got a Crimson Guard with phase boots already on this Night Stalker. 2-0 and 8.
Full Shiva's Guard on Albert.
Like, playing versus Batrider plus Night Stalker, you always have that fear. You're always just a bit afraid. You split up off the map.
Yeah.
The map's going to be dark constantly. Your board vision is going to be limited because of that darkness constantly. And there's a Batrider, so you're always at risk of getting picked off from that lasso. In Secret, they have vision of all of three of Fnatic heroes at the moment now. They're going for a smoke fight. The Roche is going to be up too, so they're looking to take a fight.
They managed to take the bear out, but of course Ace will immediately resummon. See if Secret can get anyone off the back of this smoke. Pi, he's going to be the target. They'll jump in straight away. They can take an Omni out of a team fight.
This guy's so fast. Envy is doing a D-ward at the moment here. Pi actually buys back for this fight.
I think he feels that, you know, these sort of fights, Secret is just getting away with way too much each and every time. Fnatic have got to try and do something to slow Secret down.
Secret's 5-man is quite terrifying right now, though. They've got a level 18 Visage, and that Crimson Guard in particular is going to protect a lot versus Fnatic's damage. Fnatic smoke, though. They're making their way into that pit.
Oh, they are. Is Secret going to be aware of this? This smoke play?
I think they will be.
Surely they send the Baron out. They're going to know that this is likely. Okay, Fnatic reveal themselves as the bear comes through. Secret ahead in. Savage Roar to throw them back for the time being. They've got the Nullifier down onto Universe. Repel comes out from Pi. Keeping Universe safe. Universe trying to stay with the impetus. Looks to take down the Familiars. GA comes out as well from Pi. Universe able to slide himself back up to the high ground. Fnatic still all alive for now. Wards in the pit continue to work onto Roshan. Puppy getting focused. The impetus bringing Puppy down low. They've got the Hex and the Shackles for the high ground. DJ looking for the control onto Fada, but it doesn't matter. There's no follow-up damage. Fada will be safe for now. Another flame break, knocking Fnatic back up the hill. Fada starting to stack up the sticky napalm from the sidelines as Puppy's ready to chase down. They'll look towards DJ. DJ turns to the Shackles, but he's down. They've got the last. Their Repel comes out, but it doesn't matter. Arbet is falling too damn low. The Shrine will be popped, but Arbet has fallen. They've lost 2 on Fnatic. Secret continue to chase for more. They'll get the sticky napalm and Firefly over onto Pi. Ace grabs the double kill. Only Universe and Envy left alive here, and they're just left trying to run themselves back to base, but they've got the gap closer. Linkers has been popped, the silence is onto Envy, did get the Shikuchi out in time, but Universe won't be as fortunate as the Nullifier flies in. Universe will fall, Fnatic lose 4, Secret barely taking any damage themselves and are now in a perfect position to push. They'll take the tier 2 tower. They're going to look for more here. They know that they've got huge momentum.
Yeah, their team fights is so damn scary. They're all so tanky because of the way that they've built and how they've all just constantly been farming. They were able to just, okay, Guardian Angels used, reset the fight, and then they have just such an advantage because we look at the lineups and it's not this usual traditional where there's lots of stuns on either side. It's very awkward. So when Secret's able to make this fight take longer, get these stickies adding up, they've got much better chase. And now 13k lead, they get the first set of racks, second one should be claimed as well.
Look at that. The speed that these structures fall. DJ is going to jump in, trying for some sort of a grab to get something off the back of it, but he just can't do it. Ace is out. Envy trying to chase. But Secret, they're just too speedy. They're out of there. The top racks will fall entirely as the range drops as well to the creep. 16k gold lead now for Secret.
Fnatic's damage just seems so limited.
It really does feel that. We know that Envy's a fan of the Weaver, but this hero, we certainly sort of see its shortcomings.
Pi walks up into Fada and Puppy. He's dead. They could look to go for that rush now for Secret.
Secret have got a multitude of options really at this stage with the lead that they have.
20-4, 17k lead.
Complete Bloodthorn on mid one.
Oh boy, Owen.
This is beginning to look pretty brutal. And this is only game 1 of the best of 5. So I think Fnatic, if anything, at this point, may just be thinking through what they can change up as they go on with the rest of the series, because this game one is looking to be quite impossible for them to play themselves back into with the lead that Secret have.
Pada actually just blinks in and forces Envy to use his 10-second BKB instantly. So that BKB that was just purchased, not going to be available for 70. And look at this, Pada's actually just building toward a heart. He's like, they don't have damage. I can just tank up and they can't kill me.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack. Radiant's
Shrines for the
bottom
taking for
shrine
Secret.
has fallen.
All the heroes on Secret are actually so tanky, and I don't see Fnatic really. They don't really have the damage to deal with it. They need like everything to go perfectly, but even then, this seems really, really impossible.
Radiant's
Final
bottom
Rex.
tower is under attack.
Grouping up toward bottom.
How do Fnatic stop this sort of a push? It just seems that it's the five-man onslaught that Secret can bring. It's just too strong for Fnatic to just deal with at all.
And Ace's damage is insane right now. I think he has the full Daedalus being delivered in a second too. And I believe YapzOr, is that YapzOr's Aghanims too? Okay, he's just shy of the power point booster. 22k lead. They're looking to close this one out.
Yeah, they are. Into the base they go. Tier 3 tower, Fnatic will fall. Arbed tries to head forward, just at the back of the repel from Pi. But with the tower gone, the racks are exposed. Secret move in. And Fnatic, what can they do to stop this? They'll drop the walls down. Looking for Puppey, but Puppey's got the Crimson Guard, flies himself out of the trees. Envy will put the BKB, but they've lost DJ. Arbed gets lassoed. They have the control from Pada. The right click from Maester too much. It's Arbed will fall. Buys back immediately. Envy trying to man fight up on a YapzOr, but the Crimson Guard just alleviating any of the damage that this BKB Lincoln's Weaver can do at this stage of the game. The GA comes out, but Pi gets nuked down by the Soul Assumption. Mid-one with a double kill. GG in is called. Game one is well and truly over as Secret take the lead here in this best of 5 grand finals in game one. It just but so quickly. The lanes, it looked like Fnatic. They had something smart going on, but
Control too, right? Even though they like very patient about taking the
the mid-tier one, but less than ideal for spending a dragon form. And now he's getting cycloned.
Careful there, they got him caught. They got Laguna Blade trying to take down the DK, and stick charge he's gonna live. Huh? Wait, maybe not. They still have
No, he's out. He's out.
More mana. Thought he might have been able to find a dragon slave there.
Bot lane, exorcism used. Glimpse.
Back in, they could actually maybe take down Nangrata if he steps too far forward. Static Storm is used as well. There's the TP out and delivered. That was a lot used for that DP. They managed to take the tower mid. Fortunately, Vega did use Exorcism, as you said.
Yeah.
So this makes things a little bit scary. What they're gonna do next.
Like, the most expendable ultimate that they have is Primal Split. And I don't mean because of cooldown, because Primal Split actually has like a pretty long cooldown, basically the same length as Exorcism. But Brewmaster is a much less important hero than DK and Death Prophets. So if you want to play around an ultimate, you play around Split. But instead, like, Exorcism's being used in one lane, Dragon Form's being used in another lane, and Primal Split isn't being used at all. He's hit level 6 like ages ago, and he still has not found a fight yet, but they're smoking up.
Yep, they got the Blink Dagger on Brew, which is probably what they're waiting for.
Identified.
And they're going to be able to get no fear here, it looks like. It's a nice pickup for them. And, well, in the meantime, with that Blink Dagger on Brew, feels like they're going to try and see if they can kill off Iceberg here.
They have a scan available if they suspect it.
Radiant's top tower.
Just saying outside vision. There's the
Dire's
vision though, and
Counter smoke from Radiant.
clap. There it comes. It's already out. Iceberg in trouble. Gonna get ran at. They can lift up the other. That's a initiation over on the side as they're trying to bring down Iceberg. They're burning through those extra little stacks there from the tree armor and still getting ran down, but not dead as of yet. They do finally kill off Iceberg. On the other side, they end up losing Undershock. So a little bit sketchy there to get out with the brew, but it's just a trade of the mid laners for that blink reveal.
Yeah, and Phantom Lancer gets the kill on the Death Prophet, whereas Brewmaster gets the kill on the Lina, and so Phantom Lancer benefits a lot more from a core kill, especially with the whole new net worth kill bounty business, but yeah. And they still have not taken this tier 1 top. It's so hard against Treant Protector. These towers will always be at full HP. But that's why Vegas Squadron need to just move as a unit. Like, if you have Exorcism and you have Dragon's Form going, then it's very difficult for Fly to Moon to challenge into that.
For sure. Well, Diet's still just trying to maintain this vision. They got a good ward down here bottom to scout out this position and see if there's anybody coming into the lane to try and defend. But need to keep the lanes pushed out to get that group together once their ultimates are off cooldown. Exorcism up. Feels like Jakiro levels would be really helpful. Like that follow-up ice path after initiation is so easy.
In fact, maxing Dual Breath was a little weird to me because Phantom Lancer can just doppel walk it off and not care about the OT or the slow. And yeah, the magic damage is really nice against Enchantress, but so is the crowd control.
And maybe their thought here is that they don't actually need to push that fast, I guess. They have some answers for PL in the late game, like Brewmaster getting towards the Radiance, I guess, but still a little bit concerned about what happens once this PL really gets in towards those items.
Oh wow, he is going for a Radiance. Okay, I mean, it seems a bit like I would not be surprised if we see this item in his quick buy for like the next 15 minutes. Is what I'm getting at, because they're not taking fights, so where is this Brewmaster going to make money? Is he going to take away jungle farm from his DK and DP? Because I don't think that's optimal. I think the carry heroes should be taking that, but then you gotta kill heroes, and that has not been happening.
Maybe they're going to try and play around the Silver Edge, which is coming out from Palantimos, and then they actually do start taking fights. Actually, it looks like you want to go BKB first, so yeah, that says that they really do want to try and fight once that's online. Otherwise, it'd be pretty weird. But they're out track now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He is a decent way towards the Spirit Vessel. Nothing else really responding to this yet, as it looks like the bounty. They're just gonna let that tower fall.
Cores weren't there. Although DP did have a TP, and she does have Exorcism, so it was a little bit surprising. But Split was on cooldown for a few seconds, so perhaps without the Split. Now Fly to Moon have claimed a ton of map control right now. They have a handful of pretty decent wards inside the dire half of the map. And unfortunately they don't have the best heroes to take Roche with, otherwise then this would be an excellent time to do that.
Still just scouting out all this area.
Oh, Courier? Aw.
That would have been a good pickup, the Bloodstone.
Bloodstone first. Oh, no, second, after Yules. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Being that he needs to just be there. Well, Diet's still going to scout this out. They pressure bottom, I guess, is the idea here.
Yeah, as 5, which they're doing.
Sure that they don't see anybody setting up for them in the bottom.
Use Dragon Form first, don't use Exorcism until enemy team responds. Don't really have the best vision right now, but I guess that's what Zayat's job is.
Yeah. No Fear is behind him, though. This is where things get a little bit sketchy. They need to get a Sentry Ward down because he is set up on him, and he sees pretty much everything going on right now.
I think he's going to try to cancel
it.
any TPs if they come out.
Pressure continuing in the top lane.
Yeah, but Exorcism has not been spent, and you still have some time on Dragon Form, so Vega are pushing up. And you need to return their base.
For them. They have already used Glyph as well. They're moving into position. Tree ends up revealing himself over there. They spot out that the tree's in the area. Now they have the dust. They're able to catch him. Overgrowth is not going to come out, so they take out the tree at the start of this. Valentimos initiated upon by this PL, but they immediately get the Dispel Magic off and able to clear through all of those illusions. He's tracked. Does have Doppelganger still in a second if he wants to get out of there, but a long duration stun and well, good bit of damage there onto the Enchantress as well. They're able to force the buyback already. So with the tier 3 tower down, it looks like they are going to retreat together as a unit. The Vega Squadron get a tier 3 tower for not a whole lot. In fact, they got the buyback even.
A disruptor buyback, not a core buyback, and so I don't know how much his costs. Actually, can we even see that? Oh, yeah, okay, so his buyback was like 280 gold. So I think he's, I mean, he's not okay with that, but he's not overwhelmingly disappointed. Yeah, that was a quick tier 3. Good staggering of ultimates by Vega Squadron, and Fly to Moon do not push nearly as fast. Even with their, you know, Enchantress and high points and Fiery Soul Lina, Exorcism will beat you every single time, and Exorcism will definitely shred through any living armor protection. So free tier 3, and that means that you will eventually angle that into a lot of Roche control because they can take down the top shrine, assuming that Fly to Moon don't take it first.
Well, they know that these ultimates are on cooldown. Thinking about heading over this direction, they are grouping together. Can they get there quickly enough? They have an inkling that this is going on. It looks like they might not. They spot that illusion and now maybe realizing that it's Roche going down a bit too late though. So Fly to Moon able to steal one away, and Vega now on the retreat. Need to get the heck out of here as Fly to Moon gonna chase forward for it. They're able to find the glimpse. He has to get one track off first, but it's still gonna be a kill on that bounty. Fly to Moon streaking back now, and Vega needing to come up with an answer. They have Macro Pyre to try and hold.
Yules.
They have a secondary Yules coming in from Jakiro if he wants to use it. There's the second one, and Iceberg waits for it.
She baited it.
There's going to be the kill.
She did not go in. She didn't even go into the LSA animation. I think Jakiro was just panicking, but they successfully get 2 picks.
So this is going to be a creep cut now coming from Vega as Undershock tries to push out one lane. We'll see if Blizzy tries to catch this one too. It's a little bit harder. And, well, Fly to Moon.
Valentimos needs his team here. And they should definitely challenge this. They have Exorcism, they have Split, they have Dragon Form. There's no reason to let this go.
They drop down a Sentry Ward as well. This is scouted within vision. They're able to find that overgrowth. Still chasing forward, out of mana right now. Valentimos pops the PKB, and there's going to be the Primal Split. It comes out, they lift up one. That's the Lina controlled. They drop the Static Storm only on this Bounty Hunter, and he's able to walk away from them for the moment, so he's going to keep on throwing out these tracks. It's on to 3 already. They take down the Bounty, but he's done his job. He's got the tracks out, although Silent is also doing his job and starting to bring through these guys. As Valentimos very low is gonna die. Iceberg also gonna fall. That's just the Aegis, and Silent slowly continuing to build through and take down these heroes. A great Ice Path and Macro Pyre. I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough. Iceberg's Exorcism, or rather, excuse me, Iceberg is back up. They're trying to run forward for more. Slayer is also under fire here. They might need to buy back. They're losing all their heroes, and oh, yeah, with that,
DK doesn't have Dragon Form, Brewmaster doesn't have Split.
Oh, it's a good play here, though. They're able to cut through these creep waves, so they won't have any to go for more, as Undershock was able to pull one through.
Uh-oh, Bounty Hunter gets identified, bumbles into a Sentry Ward.
Yep, and he is going to die there. So with backdoor protection off, they just take the melee. 5,000 net worth lead after all is said and done for Fly to Moon.
Yeah, a bit of a late reaction from Vega Squadron. With like the Death Prophet, I think was probably shopping for a Blink Dagger or something, or maybe just like waiting to get enough gold to complete it, because it was just the DK basically solo initiating, and he got all of his mana burned by the Phantom Lancer and was buying time for the Split and the Exorcism. And once those 2 finally came in, then you saw how Fly to Moon were starting to have to move back. But problem is that Phantom Lancer wasn't really being mitigated. They were first going for the Enchantress, and then they proceeded to go for the Train Protector, and then they went for the Lina, and then they went for the Disruptor, and the Phantom Lancer was saved for last. And Phantom Lancer didn't have the Aegis, so if you kill him once, he's going to be out of the fight. Lima's the hero that did have the Aegis.
Well, and he is going to become increasingly more difficult to deal with. Going for the Scotty next, on top of the Manta, Diffusal, and the Hooded Defiance. Rarely seen, but pretty freaking cool, this build for him.
Yeah. That is weird. I don't know why. I guess maybe it gives your illusions more magic resistance to survive and dispel magic, but I don't think that's the case. Because there's not that much normal magic damage on the side of Vega Squadron. Just breathe fire, and that's really the only thing that Silent has to be concerned about. But I guess if it gives your illusions more magic resistance, then breathe fire won't kill them instantly, and I guess that's a good enough benefit.
Yeah, you need like Crypt Storm combo together with it. Macro Pyre down now, and they are trying to burn through this. There's the glimpse back in onto Slayer. You and Scepter lifting him up. They have split available if they want to use it, but that's already a dead Jakiro. Be so careful here. The initiation coming in. They're able to find the stun. There's going to be the split now. On to Iceberg. He pops the BKB though, and now they don't have a great answer. The Static Storm is down on top of that DP. They aren't able to blow her up as of yet though. Undershock's still living, but they burned through the DK. Now they're starting to take down the DP. She did not stand a chance. And it might just be too much as Vega Squadron do not have an answer for this silent PL who's just tearing through them. Undershock likely to go down again. Not enough in the tank, and they are ripping through this team. I think Vega Squadron might be done right here. Honestly, Blizzy's gonna fall here as well. They don't have split anymore. This could just be it.
Yeah, it's looking like it's it. Although Palantimos is out of mana, so Phantom Monster does not do very much damage now, but this is a guaranteed bot entire racks. Mid has already been half taken, and the creeps are finishing off the range racks. Buyback from Brewmaster, but doesn't really have much to offer.
Taking this down, and well, the stun is there onto the tree. Palantimos trying to land up, but it's just not enough. Enchantress does too much damage to him. Peel burns through all his mana. They can't play Dota right now. They take down the tree. The Zion is going to fall as well. Slayer trying to stop this, but with too many heroes in their base, and this PL just getting too big, it might just be it. Iceberg 17 Bloodstone charges in spite of dying a couple of times there. And still dreams of a Radiance for Blizzy that just does not look like it's going to happen.
No. I did tell you it would be in quick buy for a while though.
Also just got that level 20 talent for Lina, so the extra attacks from Fiery Soul. BKB pop, not able to find that initiation, and that is going to be the Brew falling. Everybody else running. They're taking down Zion, pull him back in, take him back down, double kill for Iceberg, and GG is home. Again, Vega Squadron gonna drop the Fly to Moon. They still have potentially 2 more games to figure out an answer though.
Well, you need to figure out the answer in one more game actually. But yeah, it's went from bad to worse exceptionally quickly. And while I was giving credit to Iceberg for being
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Haste. Bountiful.
Radiant are scanning.
My pension.
Invisibility.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Smart money.
barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's turret has been killed.
Where's my pension? My ancestors welcome thee.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack. Radiant's top shrine has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Nature attend us.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen. The Dire now have mega creeps.
Great nature.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's ancient is under attack. Dire victory. Team Secret's turn to pick.
I was naturally greedier out there.
I heard Puppies just say that too.
Yep.
The Invoker
No,
as well.
I think he said that they can pick the lane. They're trying to think how they're going to match this up.
Yeah, they've got some time left in the bonus
10
time, so
seconds remaining.
you know, talking about where they can lane watch and what matchups they're gonna hope for.
5 seconds.
Like their
remaining.
concern, like Cap said, is that this Chen is just going to rotate to their safe lane, and whatever they put there is going to have a really tough time. Lone Druid is going to be fine on his own, and you're just going to have Chen and his creeps and Tiny all over you. That is very, very tough.
I think they just want a pretty fast hero.
Bristleback.
So, depending on how you feel about this, maybe like Dragon Knight is a faster hero that Fnatic can fit in that has the AoE against PL, but it would also be a Silver Edge carrier against the Bristleback.
I was thinking Tiny
The
could go for it, but
Timber is still strong here as well.
Yeah, they were saying Tiny can go for it as well. So you've got, if one lane kind of folds, you've got the backup plan. What else to get really?
I mean, I will always back a well set up Abed Invoker, but Phantom Lancer gets on top of you. That's really hard. Bat Rider is saying.
So you'd have to be overly defensive.
I just hear a lot of timber sounds on the side of Fnatic at the moment.
It would definitely be.
At least I was on the right track.
Yeah,
100%.
Definitely.
Haven't seen.
But they haven't made up their mind yet either, and they also still have time left. The discussion on the side of Fnatic right now is pretty intense.
I actually can't think of too many other heroes that really give you the prerequisite of being able to deal with heroes that get on top of you, like Bat Rider and Sand King too. Also being able to give you the kind of sustained out team fight. You can't really focus on Burstle, I don't think.
Do they want another melee core though with the Lone Druid, the Tiny, and DK?
Kind of get away with it. It's not crippling.
I mean, DK is like a mix.
Yeah, it's
like
terrible.
Timbersaw is like.
I think they'll
can't
get
really
profit. I know
focus
that.
on being melee.
They actually do go.
There's a timber.
Yeah, I think it's it gives that sustained damage. It doesn't get bursted down when people get on top of you.
This looks like a lot better draft than the first game that we had. Bit more well-rounded on the side of Fnatic, bit more aggressive. They can set the pace themselves. Cap,
Absolutely.
you're up first.
They have a nice combination of catch and early push. It's all going to come down to the laning phase because Lone Druid, Tiny, and Timbersaw all need a prerequisite amount of farm, especially the Timbersaw is a big snowball hero.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a little difficult to achieve, but I'll still back Fnatic here.
Go back Fnatic, Pigeon.
I think we've seen, even if Timber gets shut down, we've seen Fnatic, they bounce back quite well with these type of heroes. So I like their lane phase a lot better. I think they're very defensive, but not as much aggression maybe. I'll go Fnatic.
I'm going to go with Secret. I think they'll outplay them. They look
Right.
Thank you, Ted.
like a quality
There we
team.
go.
So
It is a.
I was a little bit concerned there for a moment.
No,
I mean, it is a very even draft, a lot more even than that first game. We're going to see a lot of aggression, if to believe our analysts. Let's find out what's going to happen in Game 2 of this best-of-5 Grand Finals with OD Pixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Game 2 ready to go here between Team Secret and Fnatic. We've got change-ups in the drafts. We do have this 5th pick, Abed Timbersaw, that the panel was sort of looking towards. How do you feel about this? Is this going to... from Secret?
That's why they picked the Timber, right? It's versus that Bristle, that Io, and the Phantom Lynch with to clear out the illusions. However, the other two heroes are pretty good versus Timber in this game. Sand King and Bat Rider are always going to be pretty strong versus that hero, but they were looking, we said, something to deal with those other ones. So it could be pretty nice if he actually just has a good start. If he can get early Hood and get those early levels, he should be pretty strong in this matchup here.
Going to see Secret go for a bit of early action.
I'm pretty curious too, like seeing Bristle back. I haven't seen this hero in a long time. We've got the Io Bristle combo, of course, that they're going to be trying to use quite heavily and put pressure onto Fnatic's lineup. Can work pretty nice versus the Tiny since you're so low armor early. And you actually have a way of forcing buildings now with that Bristle. Well, they were pretty limited if DJ actually gets caught out right away.
They've got themselves a first blood here for sure. DJ surrounded with the smoke wrap around from Secret. Ryder will be the one to take the first blood.
Fada again on the Bat Rider. Had a very good game in the last game. Could also this time around, they don't really have anything too defensive to protect. Sure, like Rubik, you can get the instant lift off and Chen can send home the hero that does get lassoed, but beside that, it is quite limited to stop Fada in his tracks. Only 2 small stuns coming out on Fnatic, the Rubik lift and that avalanche coming in.
But would you agree with the panel overall that you prefer Fnatic's sort of approach this time round? I think a little bit more than game 1's.
Yeah, I think their draft this time is definitely better. I mean, they've got Envion, a very comfortable hero, the Lone Druid. Sure, he was on a Comfort Weaver, but it was, as we said, a hard Weaver game when you pick it into the Night Stalker. So yeah, I do think this time around it is a little bit better, but Secret's been looking phenomenal whenever they have these ideas, right? These different types of drafts that people don't expect. So they're trying to get the Batrider versus the Timbersaw, so the dodge comes out from Fnatic initially, putting Universe in the mid lane.
Making that read and keeping themselves a step ahead in that sense. We'll see if Secret do stick with this or if they make further alterations. And still though, it's a bit of a rough lane here for Universe.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I think the biggest thing is that they want to make sure their Timbersaw is their last pick, so like this hero needs to have a good game, so they can't have it matched up versus that Batrider. That's the big thing for me. And look at what Puppey's doing here. The last game he was blocking out the camps versus the Enchantress. This time around, similar strategy, blocking out both of these versus the DJ Chen. DJ does have the other hard camp available though.
Yeah, just managed to find himself a troll summoner. One of the strong ones early game for that extra bit of catch and control. Puppey will head up it. I'll start to have a bit of a look into the movements of DJ and keep tabs on the Chen play.
Look at Secret's lineup and Fnatic. Almost like Magic Wand is probably the most valuable item in the game at this versus that draft. Like Bristleback plus Batrider, you're always going to have a massive amount of wand charges. So we'll see them get that pretty much on every hero very early on.
So on to DJ again. Puppey just following DJ around the jungle. These early levels, making sure that you can stab some of the experience.
Yep, just keeping tabs. Deny those bounty runes as well. Abed already having a great time, of course, versus that Bristleback. And getting that Chen initial send homes on the creeps. YapzOr will be able to grab that second bounty with his bottle. But yeah, look at this Timbers farm already. Getting every single last hit up top.
Certainly is Abed. Trapped. One of those games we've seen Timbersaws in the past get massively out of control.
Puppey blocked. He did put down the secondary ward to block the hard camp after he find the initial one camp. Puppey getting harassed here a bit.
Has got the bow strike. We'll probably need to use it.
Yeah, DJ's trying to go for those body blocks.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Lauren lane farm for mid one. Not looking too great.
Yeah, again, just like last game, right? Fnatic getting these lane setups that they wanted. Looking very nice for them at the start here. Universe getting stacked up here. He's able to toss Fado away.
Fado still thinking about going for a little bit of a dive there, but those creeps are gone. To tank the tower if he wants to get aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, Tiny has a lot of HP and 17 wand charges constantly versus that bat, so. Okay, like you mentioned, mid one, not getting a lot of farm down here versus this lone druid. 15-8.
This has got to be a bit worrying really for Secret, because this is a lane where you've got an IO backing up your core, and the lane just doesn't really do anything really, does it, this IO PM?
No, not really. I'm surprised actually how bad mid one's last hits are at this moment though. 6 and 4. He hasn't really had too much pressure on him. It's not like he's at risk of dying down here. Just the last hits from Envy just putting in clutch. When you're playing versus like double hero, right? If a lone druid can match up the hits perfectly, it's very hard for him to always lane versus that hero.
One's certainly having a very, very tough time.
Yeah. They're constantly securing the bounty runes though for YapzOr. That's the one nice thing. So he's gonna be able to have the mana constantly, but falling very far behind on last hits.
Top lane. But of course still maintaining the lead.
Got the dream.
Yeah, they really have. These lanes, I mean, as we said, last game, sure. You know, Secret won the game, but Fnatic did have sort of a nice look to the lanes at the start. This is more so for Fnatic. These lanes are even nicer than the matchups that they had in game one. So this extra bit of a lead at the start for Fnatic could be what they need to make sure that they can stay ahead of Secret.
I mean, I've just been constantly watching bottom. Mid one is really having trouble getting those last hits versus Despair.
I bet getting close to that level 6, and that's the point where Ace has got to be really careful. Definite kill potential in this 1v1.
Yeah, if you're able to get ideally that double whirling death, if you get like the double, you know, the stat attribution minus and then the secondary one, it's a lot of damage coming into that bristle when you have 6. Puppey is kind of playing around here though. Try to protect.
And they've got a TP coming in actually from Carter. They're just going to make the rotation. He's not level 6 though. See if they can do enough here with the chase down. They do have to be careful though. Arbet pops the stick charge and back up there from Pi. Coming with the Burrow strike. Arbet down, he's ready to turn. Pops out the chakram, takes one of them. Arbet will fall. As Senbat not able to tick it in time. So the 1-for-1 trade comes through.
That got scary for a second. Arbet almost got sent home.
But it was very close. Secret able to get that kill on Arbet. It certainly was the big one.
I think this is looking like the similar thing to last game that Secret did, right? They were like, okay, lanes are not going good, so let's make a gank attempt to try to happen, and then we're gonna like swap these lanes up. We see the PL now moving toward mid to try to secure himself some farm, but he's versus a level 6 Tiny already.
Universe is actually going in, and he just got the kill.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's versus a level 6 Tiny, and he's level 4.
That laying down bottom just very uncharacteristic of mid 1, and that sort of mistake mid, just not doing the maths. Not realizing that the burst damage would be there for Universe to walk up and do that. This is not the mid 1 from game 1.
No, definitely not. Now it's kind of awkward right now for Secret too, right? They have Yapsor bottom position versus this Lone Druid as an IO. He's kind of just like jungling with the spirits. And Envy is full out free farming. All 3 cars actually are full free farming for Fnatic.
Yeah, they really are.
Dominator's already finished for Envy too now. But he can look to start getting aggressive with that creep and pressure the tower as well since he's got the catapult wave already.
Absolutely just trying to soak up some XP from this bottom lane.
Mid one doesn't really have a home now as this Phantom Lancer. Like he doesn't want to go top versus the Timber Saw. Mid is obviously difficult since he just died to that Tiny, and bottom he wasn't getting last hits top.
They're going to try and make a go to Pi. And they should be able to find him. Pi will try and turn the telekinesis, but against the 3 heroes, no chance for the Ruby.
Yeah. I feel like they're gonna need Fada and Ace to put in a lot of work in this game to be able to catch mid one back up. Still only level 4 on this PL, and Universe is about to level 8.
Got to get the action going somehow, Secret. Especially when you've drafted sort of this safe lane bristleback. You want to be getting stuff done. You don't want to be sitting back and farming.
Chris just constantly spamming in mid one, leaving him pretty low. Ace now will go to the jungle, try to stack up the camps and farm at those quills. And now they actually do have like the Bat Rider versus that Timber Saw constantly, so that will be the one lane that's very advantageous for Secret, but the other 2 are heavily in favor of Fnatic.
Do it, Fada. Actually taking quite a bit of harassment there from Arbet.
Ooh, actually pops his regen and gets hit by DJ and bottom. Envy gets a solo grab.
Yep, able to get in there with the DD bear.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Fnatic, they are certainly doing it with this opening. Getting some pressure onto the tier 1 tower. Response will come from Secret as Ace and Yapzor head down to defend. What's the we quite see what the smiling face was for?
That one I didn't see. I was not looking at mid actually.
He must have gone.
I think Universe is just messing with mid one, but
oh, what happened?
I don't know what it's.
Oh, I want to know what the drama is now.
I'm pretty sure mid one just
maybe some sort of bug or something.
I don't know. I think mid one just actually can't walk up to get last hits. Universe is making his life miserable.
Hey, or hang on, he's not doing some naughty Phantom Rush stuff, is he?
No, I don't think so.
I've seen a few PLs do it. I mean, still in the game.
Bottom now also. They get Yap Sword, but mid one can't really farm. Level 5 Phantom Lancer versus almost level... It is a level 9 Tiny already, so he's got almost the full arsenal of the combo.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping my eyes on this.
I'm keeping my eyes. Maybe it was skill abuse.
He may have... That's all I can think of. Like, between these two, what could have happened. And it might be... Sometimes you can accidentally do it, you know. Maybe. I don't know. But we're not pointing any fingers. Maybe they're just having a joke.
Maybe. I mean, mid one is... He's starting to get a couple last hits at least, but still very scary for him. It's Universe. A slow-paced game coming out from Secret, only 4-3 right now, similar to that last game.
exactly the ways. You've got Ace actually coming into the jungle of Fnatic. Found Pi. Cool Sprays will do it. Now they look to try and go for the revenge kill.
Got a full Vanguard. Pretty tanky even versus Abed at the moment. And he's got Yapsor behind him.
Pretty much impossible to go for those two.
This whole time during all this too, Puppy's just actually been sandstorming in the jungle. So he knows he can't really make moves around the lanes with the heroes that they've got right now. They can make moves maybe with the Bat Rider, but with the other ones, they can't really get too aggressive. And Fada's getting closer and closer toward Blink, which will allow him to make that space that they desperately need for mid one. Continuing to struggle. Smoke comes out. They could get the catch here with a toss onto Fada. They could toss Pi in.
See what they can do, Fada.
And they do.
The lockdown here, Pi in on the front lines with the telekinesis. Drags him back into Universe's combo. They've got the kill.
I love when people use like just toss as that initiation ability with either a creep from the Chen or from the Rubik like that. It's always going to be a bit unexpected.
Bottom lane, Yapsor getting got up on here by Envy. Envy going to try and get the Centaur into range. But surely giving Yapsor the rundown, and
he looks pretty dead.
Control, yeah, he's gone. Envy.
And top two, Puppy gets surrounded.
Fnatic getting pickoffs up and down the map. Get some pressure onto this tier 1 tower as well. The fact that all three of their cores are in a very good place, allowing them to go for these sort of split plays. They don't have to find the pickoffs at 5. As we're seeing, their heroes very much capable of getting solo kills.
Yeah, and Universe about to have that blink, so he's going to be able to continue that aggression. They can go for killing pretty much anyone on the map besides Ace once they have that blink on at the Tiny. And already a 4K advantage for them.
Yeah, this is the sort of lane dominance and outcome that they would want from the laning stage that Fnatic would have been hoping for from game 1. As you mentioned, it went well, but at the time, it wasn't quite as well as you would have imagined Fnatic would have wanted it to. This time around, they're 12 minutes in, the draft, the lineup they have. This is Fnatic achieving their game plan so far, 12 minutes in.
Absolutely. I mean, Envy's going to have a Radiance before this Phantom Lancer is has place in the game.
With the Blink Dagger, he's able to find those pickoffs. Jumps in, is able to find out Puppy. Now he has to run. Ace Capsule, look at the chase down. Fada gets in with that grab. Universe will be sent home. Pilot goes for the TP out. They're both going to make it.
The Chen creeps might not be so lucky, though.
Still, though, trying to do their best to avoid it. But Universe comes back in. And he gets the kill on Yapsor.
And gets sent home again.
Back and forth. He's in and out, Universe.
Fnatic's just taking advantage of the fact that it's pretty much 4 heroes on the side of Secret right now because this Phantom Lancer can't get involved in the game. And like I was mentioning, Envy's getting closer and closer toward Radiance, so Radiance versus PL, one of the most ideal item choices.
I mean, Universe is just playing this perfectly. I mean, it's not every day that we do see Universe sort of change it around, go towards the mid lane, but he did an amazing job against that PL, as we saw. He kept himself out. Sure, it did sort of end up being a 1v1 where he had a few levels advantage, but he made sure to not let mid one catch up. He got all the farm in the world from this lane, and he's certainly putting that farm to work, Universe, on the Tiny. Making these moves, getting these catch-offs. Yeah, I've got a Blink Dagger on Fasa now as well, though, so eyes on the bat from Secret to see if he can make the plays. And as we saw game 1, Fada was certainly able to step it up on the Bat Rider, so that's...
And Ace is still farming. Yeah. He's been farming, I think he had like a triple Ancient stack that he just finished. So Vanguard, Arcane Boots, Soul Ring. Going for the Arcane Boots this game because he's got the IO, so being able to get that double mana is always going to be pretty useful as well for his teammates.
Eyes up top. Looking some experience at the moment. Will keep himself hidden as Ace shows his face. Of Fnatic might try and go for a play onto this. They bring DJ and Arbed Brown. They're going for a smoke.
Abed's got a Yules already too.
Let's see if they can play around one of the two of them.
Killing Ace is still going to be pretty difficult, so they're trying to look for the backlines. They're assuming that someone's behind him.
Yapsor's got a relocate available if it feels necessary. I mean, as it is, Ace might just be able to walk himself home. We'll see how Yapsor plays this. Quite far away at the moment, but keeping his distance so the Fnatic don't get eyes on him. He is going to look to charge at the relocate and takes Ace out.
And Abed died.
The Quill Spray is too much. As Secret.
Look at the damage that Quill did. 2,000 because of how many procs with his back turned. The Timber just died instantly.
Gotta be careful how they poke about that Ace. And look at this as well. DJ gets caught off the back of it as well. That's 2 down after an attempt where Fnatic had the numbers going in on that.
They've got Universe coming in now, though. With that Blink Dagger, YapzOr gets rooted, will get quick bursted.
Got one. Can they get more out of this? Ace is going to look to start chasing down Envy. The goo beginning to stack up. Puppey and Fada are going to be able to go back in, but then instantly the Teller can stop the back.
Two-man stun.
Puppey finds the burn strike onto two. Lancer comes out from Fada. They found Pi. They hold down Envy. Envy now with a lot of stacks building up, but there's Ahmed. Look for the turnaround. Comes in with the chakra. He's cut down one of them. The tree throw form from Universe turns towards Fada. They've got the lockdown onto the back. Ahmed, one more chakra. It's going to be off the mark though. Shouldn't matter though as the Timber Chain comes through. Ahmed grabs the double kill.
Great timing for Abed to respawn there. Ace was starting to really build up those quills on everybody. And with this mech too, he was able to heal a lot in that fight. But the numbers coming out from Fnatic were too much. But during all this, remember, there's still a Phantom Lancer in this game. Mid one is starting to catch back up still. Bottom 5 net worth, but getting some damage in on that mid tower. Secret's starting to show their powers, in particular with this Bristle, how much he can do in this game.
Ace is looking pretty scary. And if your Timbersaur's going upon the Ace Bristleback and Arbed's dying, that's not great. They've got to somehow play around Ace, get in front of him, make sure that he does not get the chance to get these Core Spray stacks so high.
Yeah, I think getting a Silver Edge on Universe can be a really good option. I think he did queue up the Shadow Blade, right? Yeah, so I think he could go for that. It would be nice versus the Bristle. Bottom. Mid one.
He's got the Diffusal Blade complete with the space that he's found.
Yep, decent, right? Not like not the ideal timing. Usually, like you've seen, like the 13-minute Aquila treads Diffusal, but you know, treads Diffusal in this game. 16 after this poor start that he had. Some decent recovery, and he's queued up a hood too.
With the money pretty much for the full-out Greaves if he wishes to do so. Incredibly farmed Bristleback, thanks to those kills that he's been handed, with the failed attempts from Fnatic to take him down. 305 on the Bristle, being involved in all as Secret's kills this game, Ace. Just backing out as quickly as he comes in. Knows that alone he does not want to toy around with this Bristleback, despite being the Timbersaw. He's seen before, those Quill Spray stacks build up, he will suffer on the Timber at this stage.
Yeah. If you don't have your full reactive armor stacks versus the Bristle, it's not even just the quills, you actually hit incredibly hard too once you get those like goose stacks up. The minus armor really builds in, and that plus damage Fada. They found Envy here. The relocate's coming in as well.
They're going to pull in on this. Is there any way that Envy can play himself out or try and go for the Savage Roar, but it's not going to save him.
The Savage Roar actually pushes the Bristle and the IO right on top of him, but I don't think he had any way out of that anyway.
These are the sort of plays that we were talking about that you have to watch out for from Fada.
Did he have the
pickoffs?
That's twice now. Envy had the Relic really early and still no Radiance finished. So some very big, important kills for Secret. Catching them back up. Actually, they are in the net worth lead now by a slight margin.
Oh, and bottom lane, mid one. Picks off Pi in the trees.
He's back.
That lead that Fnatic had, as we said, it was bigger than that they had of the lanes at game one. But again, we're seeing it slip away. Secret just starting to take control of the map, getting their cores back into the game that did suffer in the earlier stages. Fnatic have got to be careful. They can't let this advantage slip away. Universe doesn't only have that Shadow Blade, but when that does come out, we've just got to look towards Fnatic to consistently look to find these pickoffs and plays themselves. Otherwise, Secret are just going to overrun them.
They have to play away from the Bristleback. He's way too strong at this moment. Puppey's just been on some like warding expedition game with the tanking. He's 1-4, but you can feel like that impact. He's gotten a couple big stuns out, but the ward game is the really big thing. Always watching and seeing the rotations from Fnatic and getting that big catch on Envy was in particular because of that ward that he placed down.
That is a Shadow Blade for Universe complete. We'll see if he's able to catch anyone off guard with this.
Ace, like you mentioned. Guardian Greaves are finished. Full hood as well.
He's so fun in this Bristol.
He is really tanky. Yeah. 2,000 HP with all this. DJ's kind of quieted down a bit after that early game. Just going to be going for that Aghanims build that we've been seeing him do after the medallion.
Middle tower has been denied.
Finally, Envy will complete the Radiant.
High mid. They don't want him though. They want a bigger target. You see Fada just changes priority. Finds Universe. Relocate's coming down.
They'll certainly take the tiny. There they go with the commitment. They've got the backup. Universe surrounded. He has got the Shadow Blade, but the sentry down immediately will allow Secret to get the kill. Ahmed now trying to turn around play. Goes in with the Chakra. Ace able to start stacking up those quill sprays though. They're trying to find Japso, but Abed, he's in a bit of trouble himself on the side. Mid one and Puppey, they found Envy. They go in straight away. Puppey with the epicenter, bringing Envy down low, and Envy, he'll fall. Secret, they found two. Fnatic, unable to kill any of the members of Secret, and Abed.
Fnatic?
He's in trouble
Fada
as
is
well.
looking for him. Yeah, he's got the flame break too. Doesn't connect, he's TPing out. There's a Yule's down in 2 seconds. Won't be able to get it off. Secret just outmaneuvering Fnatic around the map, forcing these reactions.
It's looking worrying for Fnatic. They had the lead and edge out of the lanes, but it slipped away. These sort of plays, the Fada lassos into the apps or relocate.
Yeah.
Just seeming to be too much for Fnatic to deal with.
And the big thing for me there is that priority, right? They see Pi in the mid lane and they're like, no, we don't want Pi. We know what he's up to. He's always doing this. He always just wants to die for his team. And they get the bigger target, getting themselves 2 of those cores.
Radiant's bottom tower
And mid
is
one
under
has
attack.
trickled his way back up to the top 3 net worth on this Phantom Lancer.
He's recovering like crazy. This PL now definitely an issue despite being shut down so heavily at the start. Mid-one's played it perfectly since then.
And now Yapsor, he's got the Spirit Vessel finished. So versus that Timber Saw, it's going to be a big problem. The good thing is, though, at least that Abed has the Yule Spill to remove that, but we've seen what can happen to these Timbers once that Vessel always comes out.
And Abed does now have a Bloodstone, but that can go both ways at this stage.
Yeah.
In a game where the opposition is getting many more kills than you are in each of these fights.
And look at these sneaky wards by Puppey in the jungle that he placed. Pi was actually looking for them, but they aren't able to find either of the ones that he placed. So they will constantly have vision down bottom for the side of Secret. Mid one. It's tossed into the Centaur stun.
So if they can finish it off, they can't. Doppelganger, put
He actually
side.
He disjointed the relocate. Yapso was trying to take him home.
Looks like it works out anyway.
Yeah, he's okay.
As Fnatic were just that bit spooked, as it were, backing off.
He's got Envy here.
He's found him. He's going to drag him back. He's there the backup to kill him. Puppey comes in with the epicenter burrow strike immediately on top of Envy, knocking him back as well with the flame break. Envy will tick out. Secret get the pick off yet again.
And that's without the relocate. That's not even a Sanking Blink Dagger either. Now Pi.
They're going to get more. Burrow strike comes in onto Pi. Mid-one's there, ready to deal the damage as Pi is focused. Flame break. One final touch from Mid-one takes him down. Abed trying to find kills in return, but they just can't do so now. Abed, he's on the run. Puppey and Fada, they're looking for the chase down. They've got the Burrow strike to cancel the Timber Chain. He is still pretty beefy though, Abed. Without Lasso, Fada won't be able to have the control for Abed. Could look for a bit of an easier kill onto DJ though instead, and they'll try for it. Puppey, Burrow strikes forward. Mid-one and Yap's already closed the gap as well. DJ pops the Hand of God. Won't be enough to keep him alive as DJ will fall.
They just seem unable to fight now versus Secret. Like, Universe is just cutting creep waves in the mid lane because he doesn't want to get in there without the Lone Druid. Secret finding the perfect pickoffs.
Their highest net worth, the Timber Saw, just Abed seems unable to really get the done in these fights. He can't find those pickoffs.
And the same thing with Envy, right? Envy just walks in and just gets bursted out by all this magic damage. And now with this Bristleback, they make their way into the pit. The goo makes this die pretty damn fast, plus 270 damage on Ace at the moment.
And they've got Lasso available as well if they see a target. Fada is going to hide on the side, jumps in immediately, grabs Pi, drags it back into the claws of Yapster, and Puppey. Pi will fall. Space is there for Roche.
The Dragon gets the kill, but he is dead and they secure themselves that Roche. Looking pretty similar to last game, Owen.
Getting out of hand, 24 minutes. Secret taking a good grasp at this game. Fnatic definitely with better means this time around to keep the game going. Envy, of course, with the Radiance into Axe build that he's trying for. Will have multiple ways of pushing out the side lanes, making it as hard as possible for Secret to close the game up.
They're just constantly under the vision, though. I mean, the warding game by Secret has been phenomenal in this series already. You see, like, bottom, they placed 3 or 4. They actually had 4 wards in here in the area previously, and none of them actually been taken out by Fnatic. They haven't been able to find any of them. You see Pi desperately trying to find them with all these sentries that he's been placing.
First, find some action, but at the same time, Fada does have an Invis rune.
Another sentry placed down by Pi, but Fada isn't going to get away. DJ is about to have Aghanims, so maybe once they have that, they can try to look to group up, because at this moment in time, they're getting split up by Secret constantly and getting picked off.
So yeah, mid one. Have to have a bit of a go onto the bear.
Doesn't kill it very fast.
Will take a bit of time to take down.
They'll keep chasing it though. Refusal. And meanwhile, Puppey actually dies while we're watching this. Not been able to find the Yules in the chakram kill.
I don't know if he kills this bear.
I don't know if he does either. Fada now though has found Abed. The relocate was coming in. But Abed was able to chain away.
That bear's still alive. Now it's getting close.
He's actually gonna get it.
Oh, there we go.
Took him a while. Universe now finds mid one too, but he does have Aegis and a Reaver already picked up. He's pretty damn tanky.
Mid one actually falls pretty low here. Mid one, he's just walking at them here. He's confident.
Got Aegis though.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I don't think, is it even going to pop the once? It might not.
Yeah, they found Universe too in the sidelines there with Fada's lasso.
Look at that, they don't even need to use the Aegis. Mid one's kept alive.
Do they have reveal? They do have a dust on Yapstar as he tethers in.
They're going to get both of these. Both Pi and Universe falling on this bottom lane. As mid one, as you say, feeling confident with the Aegis, he's off, doesn't even lose it.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Got it ready for next time round.
Did he use, I think he used like 800 mana to chase that bear. So DJ Aghanims. But still, like, Fnatic.
Just what do Fnatic do? Is it just a case of split pushing?
It really doesn't feel like they can group up versus this sacred lineup. Like, every single time they're getting split up around the map. Puppey looking for Abed here. Abed's about to, actually, Abed has Aghanims, so the damage is going to be there from that Timber Saw. But the rest of the heroes do feel quite weak at the moment versus Secret, especially when they have this Aegis.
Secret will grab the dragon. It just really feels that DJ, other than farming Zags, it's just a tough game for the Chen to do much.
How's the Radiance for Ace? Almost done, 1k.
Bottom laners, we can see Envy just continue to push the side lanes with the Radiance on the back. Make sure that Secret find it hard to get in and go for a push there. I'm going to try and go for a play mid. He's towards Abed. Gets the Timber Chain down to the low ground though. With the send back from Chen, he'll be out of there.
He got the quick Yules on Fada before he can get the lasso, but now DJ getting isolated.
Put the hand of God. Envy trying to come up with the Savage Rod to save DJ. Spirit Lance comes in from midpoint. No, they'll rush into the base and Secret get the kill. They'll take the Chen out of it. They've got the creeps pushed in on top so they can try for the tier 2 tower as well. With a member down on Fnatic, unlikely that they'll hold off this push.
Universe is trying to get some split push going too in the meanwhile, but quick ports in. Secret continuing this lead. 6k already now, 10k experience.
Building up, and
now it's a heart on this PL.
Yeah, a mid-1 PL that suffered at the start, but is in a wonderful place now.
I mean, they don't really have the means to catch or kill him now anymore. They already were pretty limited on their disables from the draft.
Abed.
It's all going to be how much can Abed do with this Aghanims.
Trying to play around with Ace, but the goo is starting to stack up. Just have the Shrine, and Ace is ready to play around, and he's going to bring midpoint in as well, Abed. Let's have a lot of maneuverability, of course, though. Will run away. Ace changes target now. Looks towards Pi, the easier squishy kill, and Pi just melts.
Look at this. I mean, Ace is just running through him. They can't stop this Bristle. 609 on Ace. Universe is able to claim the bottom tower. But this Bristle, relentless.
Pulling those waves around as well. They're trying their best, Fnatic, to make sure that Secret can't get away with pushing down too many towers at this stage. Hunter is on the hunt for that bear. He's looking to play around with it, just keep himself out of range at the Savage Roar. Really wants to try and get that tasty 300 gold. It looks like he should have a good shot of doing that. Yapstar comes in as well for the glory. They'll take the gold.
And also, the thing is that with Envy, he's been using his bear to like split push around its side a couple times, but he's actually just been kind of sitting in the base. So because of this, you look, Envy's level 15 on this Lone Druid. While you look at the cores on the side of Secret, it's 22 Bristle, 19 PL, 17 Batrider. He's really starting to fall behind in experience. But they're not actually able to take any fights. Secret just constantly splitting them up.
Secret seeing if they could catch out Abed, but he heads to the side shop, TP's away.
Relocate. directly on top of DJ.
DJ just come for the first, and they've actually got the combo here with Universe. They take down Yapsel. And mid-1, who will be able to fight for a bit of time. Buying time for the rest of Secret to come forward. Mid-1 looks towards DJ, focusing the Chen. Chen will fall. Secret get anything more out of this, they'll look towards the army of Chen. We'll take the creeps away.
Bit of a suicide relocate. They were trying to get a bigger target there for sure. Pada is on the prowl with this Invis rune. He's stalking Universe. He also has a dust on himself as well, so that Shadow Blade will not be able to save them if they can actually get the further catch.
Does have Arbet nearby though, Universe. We'll see what Arbet can do to help out this man. They turn towards Fada. Fada puts the BKB.
To put him on the high ground.
That's for me.
Uni does have a TP in 7 seconds, but as you say, with the
He's burning.
vision they've got, with Puppey coming forward, they've got the control. Burrow Strike will be enough to hold down Universe, take him out. Fada still alive. Arbet's trying to look for the finisher. Can he find the kill?
The Radiance is ticking, and he will with that blink.
Arbet's really got to do big things this game.
Yep.
So much weight on this Timber Saw.
He is very farmed, and he is still the highest level in the game because of that experience gain talent. 5 and 2.
Where do you think he needs to go item-wise after the bots? If you're looking to sort of, at the moment, just heavily carry your team, as you mentioned, Envy is going to be quite some time before he himself could do much in sort of the fighting department. At the moment, it's all about the split push.
I still think being able to remove the Spirit Vessel is key. Sure, he has the Yule Scepter, but I think a Lotus Orb is really valuable, and I think he did just queue it up, so. So he's going to be decently useful as well versus Batrider. I was thinking either Linken's or Lotus Orb before he... But it's still, I mean, it's looking incredibly difficult for the other heroes. Like the Lone Druid and the Tiny, they're not able to really get involved. Sure, Abed's going to be great, but... And he's still just been sitting in the base, and now he's got an Aghanim, so sure, he can do this split push, and I think that's what their plan is. They're like, okay, we can't actually fight Secret, so we got to just commit fully to that split.
Universe was in quite a good spot at the start, but he's starting to fall behind now. Top lane, Fada finds the grab for Pi. Got a relocate coming in as well, as Yapster wants to join the party.
I think he always should join the party like that just to get those Spirit Vessel charges. So he was sitting at 0, now he's up back to 2.
This game 2 really starting to look like it's going in a similar direction as that of game 1. Secret just making it look impossible for Fnatic to find the pickoffs. Universe was looking at Yapstor for a second here. Jump forward, Universe goes with the combo, onto the IO, is it enough to pop him in it? Yapstor will fall. Mid-1 turns towards Arbed though, Mid-1 has the back of the base. Arbed, can he get himself out of this? It does go for the Timber Chain. Turns with the double chakra, but he's out of mana now. One more Timber Chain is all that he can afford to do. They are going to continue to chase with the illusions. Fada's got the wraparound. He's still pretty tanky though, Arbed. His long-range Timber Chains are enough to get him out. He gets the blink off with that talent, and he's out of there.
Being able to get that, the chain before that Yule Scepter happens, so he's able to pull himself out of that one when Fada was trying to cancel it. To get themselves a kill, and some Bloodstone charges.
He is very elusive, this Timber Storm, now level 25. Albert trying his best to be the nuisance that keeps the game going for Fnatic.
Said he has to put in a lot of work here. And this is the full split push, right? The Ags Chen split pushing one lane, the Bear with the Aghanim split pushing the other one.
I'll pay your tribute.
But eyes on Puppey. Puppey does get the Burrow Strike off. TPs are coming forward. To the Shrine, ASAM Mid-1 there, ready to chase down. Mid-1 looking to head straight into the fight. Turns towards Universe. The slope with the Diffusal Blade. At the same time, you've got Fada. Finds the grab with the lasso. Onto Pi. Drags the Rubik back. Universe getting surrounded as well, but the relocate comes in from Yapstor. Fnatic losing both Universe and Pi. Puppey seeing if you can hunt down for more on the back of this chase. Envy was able to get the Bear at least out of there. Again, these sort of fights instantly being responded to by Secret. Space is there for the mid lane though, so they boost the trap, the Bear out. Envy gets the tier 2 tower.
All about that split push.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ace is going to be going for Octarine.
Envy does some damage into this tier 3.
Picking up several boots of travel here on Secret in the past few moments. Ace had one for a while, but he's got those 2 boots now. Same thing for mid one. They will make their way to the pit, so Ace and Cheese, maybe they can try to force something, but these lanes, they have to keep addressing them to make sure that Fnatic can't do this split push.
No way that Fnatic can get towards the Roche pit in time to stop Secret.
I don't think they can take a head-on fight either. It's way too difficult versus this lineup, this advantage, as we've seen.
How's Envy doing on the money towards the AC?
Yeah, he's still quite a ways away. He just bought the boots of travel on his lone druid pair. Still level 15, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He has not gained any experience in like 7 minutes or so, maybe even longer than that.
Yeah, we've got
the bear now top.
Got to make sure that he doesn't get an AFK abandon. He's not getting any XP.
I mean, if he does leave the base, he's at risk of dying, right?
That should help.
He's fallen behind it. All of Secret's experience, like even the IO's level 18, and this is
poor old bear.
That's the second bear. He just resummoned and sent it down bottom. Secret, we're ready for it.
So he's without a bear.
No bear for 100 seconds.
What does he do now? Does he try and get out of the base?
I don't know, but Pi is dying first.
Did manage to invest his money in a big deck before he falls.
They're looking for Abed here. He does get the Lotus Sword. They're in the last though.
See if he can play his way out. He's got the Timber Chain.
And the quick blink away.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like I haven't seen many Timbers do that.
What, when he timbers and he uses himself to make sure? Yeah.
There's no way.
No way that they can
you
stop
could stun or stop it, interrupt it. Yeah, that's some cute little stuff there from Abed. Yeah, unless they get any sort of dispel. Nullifying, so it's impossible to stop him from getting away with that extra range.
And now with no bear, it's high ground time for Secret. They've got a DD as well on Ace, so he is punching through this tower very quickly. Level 25 now on this Bristle.
This is what Abed could do to stop this push. He's going to try his best. Mid one and Ace just standing the ground. Universe comes in with the avalanche, the tree toss, but already the tier 3 is fallen.
I mean, Envy's on a mission. He's just looking for some creeps on the other side of the map, but he can't help his team.
I can see the jump forward here. One is hitting this melee racks of Fnatic. They just seem like they can't do anything to get him off them.
So Envy's trying to cut the mid wave with this movement, it seems. He sent a Hellbear Smasher to stop this. Since there is no wave now at the moment for Secret, but they got what they came for. They found that Rax.
They are out of there.
Barracks are under attack.
Just look to try and rinse and repeat this Team Secret.
I mean, like, Fnatic's just in desperation mode. They're just like, we can't fight versus this lineup. We have to do all we can to split push. And Secret just keep getting a bigger lead. And when you're playing a lineup like this, versus a lineup like this with Batrider, and you're constantly split pushing, you're bound to get heroes killed. That's just gonna happen. The Octarine now finished for Ace on top of that 15% lifesteal. I don't know. Yeah, they don't kill this Lone Druid, or they don't kill this Bristle. 8-0-10, having a flawless game.
Proven to be quite the pick, and one of those picks that you probably would not have expected. Secret again in these grand finals, still showing us that they've got some tricks up their sleeves.
Fada looking for that split pushing bear.
The salvage draw, that should be enough to get the bear blinked out. Abed very close to having Shiva's Guard. Complete the bear. She's down bottom again. He's going to get a god upon it. He's trying to get the tier 3 tower. Is he going to be able to do so? No, he's not. Bear is out. 60 seconds for the resummon.
Ace now takes note from what Fnatic's doing. He's starting to cut some creep waves because he's like, come at me. You can't kill me. How close to the Silver Edge? They don't quite have it on Universe. Yeah, he has the money, but he can't really get out there, and he wants to save for buyback.
Yeah, absolutely. At this stage of the game, with the push that Secret can come in with. And now they've got to make sure that they're ready with their second lives. Mid-bomb, still with the Aegis, ready to play aggressive on bottom.
Yeah, and DJ's just had these Ancients up top pretty much the last 15 minutes of the game, just trying to keep the split push going. But every single time, Secret's there to respond with all these boots of travels and ways to catch, and we'll grab Dragon before it gets sent home. But now they go, they're in the high ground, they've got creeps available in the base. In a moment, backdoor does kick in for a second, but the creeps are coming in.
Universe did manage to get out to the shop, has got the Silver Edge.
All right.
He's on his way back, but the tier 3, it's falling. Secret have exposed a second set of racks. They're not looking to back him anytime soon. Universe is going to try and look for an opening. Goes up to Ace, does manage to get the Silver Edge hit, but he's still pretty tanky. Is he tanking up though? He's falling pretty quick actually, but Ace, it's Glimmer Cave, gets the sidelines. Will be able to keep himself alive, and that Fnatic jumps in. Last one to Envy, holds the lone druid in position. The Hanagok comes out from TJ. They're trying to save their members, but Poppy's in with the epicenter. Straight on top of TJ, Arbed. Timber chains across, but Fnatic, they've lost 2. No Envy, no TJ, no Pylar die. As Arbed and Universe, the only 2 left alive, they'll get themselves back to the fountain. And Secret have all the space in the world to take a second melee rack.
And with like the Silver Edge and Penitence, they're almost able to bring down Ace, but then Yapzor, he's got a cheese. So Tethers, cheeses Ace all the way back up to full health, and now they're looking to get the final set of racks.
Arbed's trying to play around with him. Universe does have the combo onto Puppy, but it's not quite enough damage to get that kill. Puppy will survive. Mid one and Ace focusing objectives straight up to the third and final set of tier 3s and racks. As they'll take down the tower, look towards the racks. Fnatic with no buyback on Envy as such. Even though that probably does not matter at this stage, they cannot hold this push. Universe gets surrounded, he will look towards Fada, but again the Glimmer Cape keeping him alive. Universe is now the one in trouble. He's shielded up, he'll turn with a couple more punches, but he will fall. Universe down for 70, mid one cleans up the final set of racks. As Fada BKBs, TP's out, Fnatic just can't get a single kill in return for Secret taking the entire base.
The game plan for Secret all coming into play at the right moment in time. Not really allowing Fnatic's lineup to do what it wants to do with this Radiance Bear. They just completely shut down everything that Fnatic had planned.
And they're just so far ahead now, 25k gold lead.
Look at the experience too.
Only Arbed really in a relevant position in terms of core value from Fnatic.
It's been like that for a while though.
Sure.
It's really been like, what can Arbed do here?
Yeah.
And look at this, another fire purchase from Fada. They're looking to try to get this catch onto Abed here.
Oh, and they found the lasso. They hold him down. Another fire upon him. Mid one, and Yapzor there to surround him. We'll get the Timber Chain out. They're going to try and chase. Spirit Vessel upon him. We'll remove it with the Lotus Orb again with the Yule's Timber Chain play, creating the distance. Abed will get out of there. But the Bear might not be quite as fortunate. Mid one closes down on him. He's got the slow from the Skadi. And he does have the resummon. A Secret looking absolutely terrifying here in these finals.
Yeah. It's just these game plans, right? These drafts. You see the lanes play out and you're like, wow, Fnatic's in a great position, and then everything just becomes impossible. This Bristleback.
They look for Puppy.
They will find one kill.
That's something. Gonna need a whole lot more of those though, Fnatic. It's Bloodthorn on Ace. So much control, lockdown, and damage from Secret's lineup.
The levels for me is the biggest thing that's the biggest disparity, because I'm just looking at it. It's 14, 15, 16, Chen, Rubik, Lone Druid, and then everybody else is above level 20s. And look at that on Secret. Well, the support's level 21, 22 on both Puppy and Yapzor. I mean, it's because they were just getting involved in every single kill while Fnatic was on a full defensive manner. Abed. With the Yule's play again. Able to retreat.
Envy. He needs all the tomes in the world. Trying to study himself up a few levels, and with that has reached level 18. He's getting there. The studying's paying off.
Is it though? Such a hard game. Secret's just got so many luxury items now too, and with full map control, I mean, they've got megas, so it's possible for Fnatic to do much here.
See what they can do with it. Go for a smoke play. Arbed on the front. Can Fnatic catch anyone of Secret off guard? Midpoint's got a double damage ring.
I mean, Abed's still incredibly hard to kill. But the rest of his team, not so hard.
Looking for Envy. Not really fully committing. That's not the big kill. Arbed is the one that they know they could take out. And and may as well just to be the game if they can find him. Arbed gets himself back. Pi just get back in with stolen Burrow Strike. Nullify down onto Timbersaw. Puppey comes in with the control. Burrow Strike epicenter. The self-fuels, they are just send Arbed back to the base, and they'll do so. Arbed back to safety, but the bear will fall.
He really is full raid boss. They can't actually kill him. They're throwing absolutely everything to try to bring him down, but now creeps are in the base. The Megas are starting to add up. And Fnatic hold.
Secret might be as best at this point to ignore the Timbersaw and just look to close the game. They're going to try on him again. He's got the Lotus Orb upon him. They'll drop the Nullifier, but again, Arbed's fine. Can hold his ground. Secret's starting to back away. Arbed comes forward. The Chakram looking for Fada, but the Tether's there from Yapso, as well as the Glimmer Cape, keeping him alive. Towards the base, Universe and TJ being forced back. Ace in mid one, look towards Envy. He's come out a little too far. The Nullifier upon him is being slowed up, surrounded. Envy will fall. He's down for 70. Same time though, Ace does get down to about 50% HP. Arbed is back, ready to help out. Removes the Suns with the Lotus there to jump forward. They have managed to find the lasso. They look to drop the combo down onto mid one, but he jumps back with the doppelganger. Piled up with the stolen Burrow Strike, comes in onto the Batrider. They kill Fada. Fada's gone for 80 seconds, but Pi will pay with his life. The tier 4s are falling though. Retread moving in and Envy taps out. They know that this one's over. GG is called, and Secret now leading 2-0 in this best of 5 grand finals against Fnatic.
And they got pretty much what they wanted. They got their lone druid, they got their Chen. Lanes looked great, but